Okay, so I want to do this video real quick on a template that I like to use in AUM. So AUM is a mixer, for those that don't know. For most, I think they do know. But if you don't know, you can record perfect loops. I've done a video on this in the past by using the sync. Let me get my mouse. Okay, should be able to move around a little bit better. Oh. So if you click up here and you set the sync to however many bars you want to record, or let's say you want to do the whole song, you can go and do the whole song. I think it's up to 64 bars, right? So you build your song in Koala and then use the 64 bars to get your perfect loop out. Otherwise, if you want to do more than 64, you'll have to just record straight out. Either way, you can arm all the tracks and get individual stems. And what's great about this setup is because you put the AUV3 here, you can use this tape to record into Koala if you would prefer it that way. But if you don't, just slide it down. And now it could become single-handedly and tape out. So all your track that comes through the kick, and you see I labeled them, can be out with the tape effect, which is probably what I would do for my drums, right? And my percussion. And then the keys that you record in, you probably want the tape going in. Probably the same for the sample or leads. Actually, I'd want the lead going out. Probably put them all down here. To be honest, it's really up to you. You could have one going in and one going out, however you want to do it. I'm just going to leave them all going out. But this allows you to put your instruments right up here. So you could record an instrument in to Koala, and all you have to do is make sure this headphone is on and it takes the input. Then you can build your whole track in Koala. And if you set this bottom bar to a mix bus, we got them all mix bus A. Here's a master channel for mix bus A. See it right there. And then I use Haze 2 on the natural setting. And then I use Barricade as a compressor limiter on this setting called Loud Master. And that helps to get your volumes up where they need to be. Real simple. This last channel just me talking on mic. If you want some saturation, another thing I use, you don't have to use this, is Fab Filter. I think I've shown you guys this in the past. As soon as I find it. You may not need this if you're going to use the tape, because sometimes the tape will give it enough saturation, but you don't even need to pick a preset. Just throw it on the master channel out, and usually it'll give you a little bit of dirt just to kind of make the sound cohesively sound natural versus super sterile. Now, depending on what type of music you use, I probably would say don't use this, but a little saturation goes a long way. This is Baby Audio's tape. I actually like it. I'll use the drum bus glue preset here on all the drums. On the keys, I just use the Sweet Old Vinyl setting. I like that. On the lead, I use the Sweet Old Vinyl setting. On the sample, I'll usually use the same. And then on my bass, I'll use the bass glue. So that's really all you need. Put your bass in that you like to use. For me, I could probably set this up because I only use one bass on iOS. Pretty much I fretless bass is the only one I use. Occasionally I'll mess with something else, but it's rare. And then I'm not going to mess with the sample. There's no reason to. If you have a favorite drum machine or whatever you want to put up here in the drum section, go for it. Same thing with snare. But now you can record each part in separate if you wanted to. If you don't want to do that, that's fine too. Just import click here, import file, and then bring in your samples, right? So it's pretty simple, nothing major. If you want to click out, just click the X. The main thing in here that you want to remember is you have to save your song, save as your song, right? Don't just hit save, but save as. Same thing in here. If you're going to create a template, like this is my template, I'm going to go ahead and save it right now. Each time you come in and open this template, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make this the default to March. So I have this template. If you type in the word default, hit save, override. Now, every time I go out of here, shut it down. And click default, as I just saw me do, my template's there. So if you're just a Koala user primarily, but you want to use instruments in and mix, and this is even good for mixing in Koala, you set it up with the multi. So you set up one instance of Koala. Don't use the IAA. Make sure you use the AUV3. Then you're going to click on this box. Let's pretend this is not here. Click this box, hit the multi out, and then click Koala. And then it's going to do 2, right? That's the second channel. Then if you just go down here and hit duplicate, it'll make the next channels for you. 3, 4, 5, all the way till you get to 8, because you have 8 multi-out channels. And so now every channel can have its own instrument. So if you have a favorite keys that you want to set up in there, go ahead and put that thing in. If you want, whatever it is, I don't know what yours is, but if you don't have it, but you want a sampler, you can even, with your sample thing, you can use a sampler in the sample. So in other words, let me find one. So like if I wanted to use segments in there, I could put segments in. This is something coming out. Trying to find something else that might be out. Or if you use Egoist, I don't really use that, but it's a demo version of it. Yeah. So whatever you use, just put your sampler up there that you want to use. Sample into Koala, record it on a pad, and then you can reuse it, even with the radio. So you might not have a lead here. Maybe you don't want to have a lead. Sorry about the noise in the back. But you can put whatever you want. All right, make yourself a master channel, send the bus all the way out to here. And now you can have the final mix and each part mixed individually. And then you can send those parts to a DAW if you want to finish. Or you can just, if you built the track all in Koala, then you can just mix it here and send it, press yourself out a final copy and you're done, right? All right, so that's it. That's my little mix template in Koala.